This is Ether Learning Lab. My name is Erin. We are going to look at the big party that's happening in the beginning areas of the Taurus constellation near the Pleiades, with Aries and Cetus still involved energetically as well. There's a party in the kitchen. It is big vibrations. It's very loud. Uranus and Venus and the Sun and Jupiter are being really loud, cooking up something in the kitchen, and they're laughing, and it's hilarious. But it's an inside joke. It's the inside joy, and it's streaming in our true creation force energy and asking us to really anchor in our new truth. It's a new version of truth. So many more veils are going to show, and it's going to be surprising. I mean, they got a piñata in there too, and we'll see what comes out. And it's a whole new recipe that we haven't tried yet. And it's about love, connection, and fields connecting and heart spaces connecting. Are they ungrounded or and insecure, or are they grounded and anchoring authority and connecting in the new way, the new recipe? And it has to do with value and exchange as well. So the money component will show up, where there could be some catalysts with that to show where there is a drain that's happening. I have witnessed how the bank account goes down when your creation energy is being siphoned by choices in your life, by old wound coping mechanisms, fear, just draining connections that your old version of self would like to keep, but this soul coming in is like, nope. So intense sometimes. And timelines and trajectories are shifting based on those choices. And so I've noticed how the bank account can reflect that, as it's an energetic exchange, seeking that balance as we neutralize the concept of money and we enter this true trade, this true love exchange, and what abundance and manifestation even means. So these frequencies coming in are meant to open us to a whole new perception of manifestation, and what we felt like was, love and connection and fruition yesterday is meant to be open and shifted, especially with these conjunctions. Yeah, it's loud in the kitchen. I'm excited to see where it goes, but it is going to challenge our insecurities and our lower self-worth and connection through attachment patterning, which we came to fully purify in the DNA and the ancestry. And yeah. Okay, let's look at the charts. Just big vibes, man. All right. Here is the chart that I have crafted for May 18th, 2024, where Venus and Uranus meet up. Uranus is going to be streaming directly through Venus, and that is some divine feminine truth within us all. That is our heart and the true fruit. And what does that look like and feel like is going to be very different fruit than we have ever known. The very notion of manifestation is going to shift significantly as we anchor the truth of expression, the actual free, sovereign creation energy that ignites at the base of the spine in the human. And the full spectrum DNA is just getting so augmented. There's life being breathed into it, and it's just unprecedented. So this also in the Pleiades Taurus energy could be love, where the very notion of love and what that looks like and feels like in a field exchange, when you are truly merging with someone energetically, is there a codependency from wounds and fallen reversal codes? Well, it doesn't feel like codes to me. It feels like a mucky patterning system of interference that is no one's fault. And we incarnated to absolutely purify. But where are these wounds coming up in exchange? And not only in love and friendships and family, but also in any exchange, any monetary exchange as well. And so, love, money, inner child, healing, divine feminine energy is just really bringing new truths through and things we didn't feel and see before. There's a whole new life being fruited straight up. I mean, this is also connected to the Uranus Jupiter conjunction that's very collective that activated on the 20th. And it's this big next cycle, I feel, that is 2024, 2025, 2026, and 2027. Let's zoom out a little bit. 25 and 26 is where I feel more is really going to shift collectively in the physical, but in our personal lives, it's shifting big time right now. And the whole new expression of how we connect with another, we are going to see where we were connecting through low self-worth and letting others siphon our energy and offering that creation force through wounding and codependency and attempting to exchange through an insecure, ungrounded Kundalini serpent. And so that is getting very liberated here. And through that, there can be a lot of nervous system tension around connections, family, and just the money system that's going to fully crumble as well. So this is the 11th of May, where the Sun and Uranus will meet up right here. And it's just so powerful. If you have big placements near Taurus, Cetus, Aries, the Pleiades energy right now and into May 18th, 19th, a whole new you is entering. Your massive galactic soul is just coming through. And it is truth time and living your truth, speaking your truth, honoring every terrible, dark part of your journey. And if your soul is this huge galactic soul that's here to bring divine harmony and love back and collapse all the insecure exchange, then you may have incarnated into quite a bit of trauma and taken a huge scoop for the collective of the bloodline trauma and the ancestral patterns that are just so dense and so challenging and difficult to clear. And if that is you, thank you. And that means you are a powerful magician soul. And so, yeah, if you have big placements here going on right now, your whole new life is beginning, and a lot of what was will not be anymore. And there may be a grieving process as well. Yeah, a lot of grief as the old self is falling away. And that old self is likely wounded inner child that was passed down. And it's just so much clearing for that and exchanging based on that wounding and seeking validation outside of the self, which is okay. Be forgiving of yourself and just observe where you're at with all of that. And it's just ancestral, and we're moving through it. And sit and watch and allow your drive to show where it's at. Where is your creation force at in these alignments? And so, yeah, here's the 18th, Venus and Uranus. This is the true feminine, the true strong justice energy feminine of liberty. Uranus is no control, no shame. We liberate all the fear, and that nervous system that's seeking the harmony and into the E system is going to get rocked, and not seeking, but anchoring. And that's the difference here. Are you seeking out of insecurity and feeling like that is still love? Or are you anchoring your magnetism and your root and connecting with this goddess? So just observe. And friends, family connections could be shifting. And it is that blessed of true self-worth here with the sun and Jupiter directly aligned with the Pleiades. And depending on how this is interacting with your chart, it's and in which house it is in and what alignments you have in aspect and near this energy, it's going to purify your life experience in a way that you've never seen before. And that's the truth. That's the alignment of the new life. And the very manifestation codes are getting cleared. And I feel it's going to neutralize all the greed and the false money system into this true exchange. And based on first, more physical asset, land, fruit, water, gold back makes sense, and the currencies balancing out makes sense in the coming years. And this is the beginning of that. But I feel it's going to be different than we can even prophesize at this point. Yeah, so exciting, but really intense inner child healing, and also what has been passed down. And so during this double conjunction of Uranus and Venus and the sun and Jupiter, just augmenting self-love, self-worth, value system, it all generates right here. And Saturn in Aquarius energy will be 30 degrees from this Priapus node in Pisces. And Priapus is the wounded masculine base of the Kundalini, the emotional body that is insecure and attempting to merge with wounded feminine energy for security. And it's linked to the fallen moon cycles, the moon Saturnian matrix. And I feel this specifically masculine father energy that has passed wounding down being cleared here, where this is kind of in the background of, okay, we're clearing this. Let's look at this. Let's look at where there's trying to control the self-worth and the value by attaching and seeking and hooking and merging out of insecurity, and even money decisions as well out of insecurity and the old systems. And let's blast through this with some massive truth codes and true self-worth and who we came here to be. And the soul is just coming in. And some of the inner child wounding will absolutely come up, where play and creativity and joy are so key. But there is this immature drive to connect based on codependency because there wasn't safety as a child. So it's the seeking of the safety outside of the self that will get catalyzed here. And anchor into yourself, that when you see it get catalyzed, it's like, okay, step back, allow nature, get creative, and in solitude, and whoever you are with, it's observing your authenticity and your truth and acknowledging that and being who you truly are. And if you're really in that love space, freedom of Uranus and Venus saying truth is love, and even a prerequisite where we've got to speak our truth. This is such a gate. If things aren't spoken, they aren't healed. It's crazy. It's such a birthing gate to birth your new life. And sometimes silence is the choice, and the beautiful silent dimensional energy is also very valid. But yeah, we got to birth those truths. This has been so wound up, all these energies within the human patterns and DNA, and we're clearing it all. So speak your truth, honor every dark part of your journey, and be the exact soul that you are, that you came here to be. And that's self-love. When you don't give a fuck what somebody else thinks, you're so anchored in your own kundalini, then you can offer love. Then you can exchange in love instead of these codependent attempting to merge based on attachment, siphoning others' energy. This is where we witness all of it start coming through here even more. And grounding will be key. These frequencies are pretty root rocking, so that your root can purge and anchor to the true goddess, the true divine feminine, and let her birth you. None of that surfacey stuff. None of that surfacey, superficial value, money, false ego. Nah, it's all going to fall away. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a bug. That is a big reversal netting bug. Wow. All right. Huge party in the kitchen. Oh, yeah. Also, Neptune will be sextile that party in the kitchen from Pisces. And then as the sun moves forward, more into the true sky Taurus season, it will align with Neptune the next couple of days as well, and Jupiter too, even more. And it's almost like Neptune from a different room, from the living room, yelling to the party in the kitchen something epic, being like in on the joke that they can barely hear. And it's what Neptune adds to the party is so wise and so witty, and just cuts through everything with massive galactic truth of we clear this BS, this insecure BS that's coming up through here and through all of the nervous system. And Neptune says, we rise. We rise all of this, and everyone's laughing. And it's true joy where you are free. And freedom is grounding. The more you ground, the more you are free. All right, cheers to inner child healing. Whatever wounds come up, just observe what you're being driven to do, what decisions, and are these from the old fear-based ancestral patterns that are just muck and this false love exchange, money exchange thing? Or is it of opening to the true unknown and purity and speaking your truth and living your truth, which speaking is like a prerequisite for then living, and you can embody it and feel free in who you truly are. And it's just going to open more each day. And are these decisions you're making rooted in that, trusting the dream, loving yourself, choosing to anchor your sovereign field, your creation energy first in self-love? And then that can be in a true exchange instead of an insecure attempt at codependency for validation and feeling worthy. It's like, no, I am anchored. I am worthy. This is great. This is real joy when it's coming from right here. Yeah. So observe, is it these new codes of manifestation and fruition and trade and neutralizing all this fluffed up false exchange? Is it that neutrality of the void of birth? Or is it a fear-based drive of the old ways, of the old life? Just observe, and it will change it all. Okay. Cheers to the party in the kitchen, man. Pleiades. We're moving along. It's awesome. Clearing that masculine. Clearing it all. The divine feminine is truly here, and she is not of the surface at all. She's strong. Cheers.